All right, Shalom. Call Haloyim, Ba Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the head elders, the apostles, and bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, out there, pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Welcome to another installment of Psalm of the Day. It's your brother Yazayan, and Lord willing, you'll be edified. All right? What I'm going to do is just going to highlight all these verses, and we'll be on the way. Because these scriptures are living. They're always relevant, especially in these times now, being that we're in the latter days. All right, this is Psalm 37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. All right, so this is sound advice from King David. All right, and easier said than done being in sinful flesh, but nonetheless, this is, whoa, what the hell? Yeah, what that was all about. This is nonetheless a way of life that we should be pursuing. Fret not thyself because of evildoers. That's the so-called white man and the wicked of you so-called blacks or Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, right? Because the measuring rod of what is right and righteous and what is wicked is the law of the Most High. All right. For example, one of the main evil works that is going on in the earth is Leviticus 20:13, which is known as homosexuality. All right. It seems as if these people that engage in this stuff they're not being judged. All right. But what happened to ancient Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities? All right. Fire came down upon them. So it's very fitting that thermonuclear fire is going to come down upon America. All right. Because this place is riddled. All right. And rampant with this wicked activity. For they shall, and there's many other wicked and evil things that this world does that we can see in the law of the Most High is forbidden. All right, adultery being another. All right, James 4:4 says, woe unto you adulterers and adulteresses, you that have friendship with the world. All right, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Now the land is Israel, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to deliver his elect back into the land. But after that land is destroyed, though, because that land has got to be cleansed for one of the very reasons that I just spoke of. The wicked works like ancient Sodom and Gomorrah has been doing. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. And that's what we seek. We hope that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai have mercy upon us, for we believe in his name, because we believe in his name, that he'll give us the desires of our heart, which are desires of our heart, first and foremost, is to be completely righteous, to have the laws in our inward parts, where we never go off. All right, commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his wicked way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Yep, and that's the so-called white man. All right. It says, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. Just like Yahweh Shai said in Matthew, the 5th chapter, the meek shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. Because what's going to happen to the so-called white man in the other nations, they're going into slavery. They're going into captivity, every one of them. All right, they're not going to be in rulership anymore. There's not going to be a coup or a plot or a scheme when the righteous come into power and on the earth with Yahushua, and they somehow overthrow the rulership of the righteous. That's bullshit. All right. For as the scriptures prophesy, it says, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. And that's what the so-called white man is doing to us as we speak, man. Look at the world in the direction that it's headed. All right. You got the WEF, the World Economic Forum, these different political pundits, if you will, like Gil Bates of hell, Bill Gates of hell, you know, Yuval Noah Harari, what's his face, man? Klaus Schwab, and the list goes on, man. All right, especially the ones at the top of the food chain that run everything, the elite banking families, the international banking families. You know, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Lees, the Merovingians, you know, all of these Edomite devils that rule things, they're plotting to pretty much do away with Jake. You know, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Yeah, these Edomites' day is coming. They're falling out of rulership as we speak. So they have to put a move on their agenda. They have to move down, and the scripture is going to say it. They're going to have to move with this. The wicked have drawn out the sword. That's their last resort. This is the direction the so-called white man is heading in. He's going to draw out the sword, his blessing, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. And that's us. All right? We condemn all of the wickedness of this world, and we want nothing to do with it. We see all the wickedness of this world, and it's ridiculous, man. Especially amongst you blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans. Wicked as hell. But Yahweh Shem Yahshai gonna get you, every last one of you. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. That's right. We have the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the Lord. And that's all we need, because that's going to exalt us. Okay? Because righteousness is immortal, like the book of Wisdom of Solomon says. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. That's what's coming, brothers. Immortality, and an inheritance that's going to be forever. It's not going to be temporary. It's not going to be for a little time and then vanish away. No, it's going to be everlasting. That's what Yahweh Shai is coming with. He's coming with eternity. All right. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. And we're seeing this play out on a smaller scale right now with this whole situation with the government shutdown and the EBT benefits being cut off. All right. We ain't got to worry about it. Yahweh Shem Shai said, his servants shall eat. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he should not be utterly cast down, like the scriptures say in Proverbs. Though a righteous man fall 7 times and get back up. All right, and that's very true. That's very important to internalize and understand when dealing with this truth. All right, the Lord already knew. The Lord knew that we would, fall and be cast away or cast down, but his righteousness is going to hold us up. Like it says in Isaiah, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And roughly paraphrasing that, they're going to know that your righteousness is of me, not because of us, because we're so righteous in this flesh. The Lord knows that this flesh is wicked. It's because of the Lord's righteousness that will be justified, pursuing Romans the 8th chapter and the 1st verse. Them that are in, there is no condemnation to them that are in Yahushua. For the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. That's right. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. And that's what's coming. Judgment. The Lord is not going to forsake his saints. All right. He's going to preserve them to be delivered. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. Who's the seed of the wicked? First and foremost, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Scripture's telling us right here that what he's going to do to the Edomites. They're going to be cut off from being a nation. All right. This is one of the scriptures that link with Obadiah. All right. I forget what verse, but you can read it for yourself. The righteous shall inherit the land, Israel, and dwell therein forever. All right. Because that land is going to be destroyed, but miraculously, check this out. How miraculous is it? Although the land of Israel as it stands is going to be destroyed with nuclear fire, like America is, the Lord is going to replenish that land. That's heavy right there in itself. Really ponder on that one. Israel is going to be destroyed just like America, but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's power is going to be able to rejuvenate that land. How powerful is that, man? That's super powerful. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his power is in his heart, none of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth for the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're gonna try to implement to do with this MOTB. All right, this mark of the beast, man, is not going to prolong your life. It's just going to seal your judgment to be destroyed with America. Those of you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans that take that damn thing, hey, man, you're going to catch the judgment of the wicked. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. And this is the side we want to be on. We want to be on this side when the Lord brings these judgments. All right. We don't want the Lord to leave us in this devil's hand. All right. Nor to condemn us when, he's being judged for all his wickedness. Look at all of the wickedness the so-called white man has done. And he has the nerve, all right, to double down and implement a mandatory RFID microchip and threaten you with the ultimatum of take it or die. You know? Wait on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. And that's one of the ultimate blessings of the scriptures. Sirach spoke of that. He said one of the things that I count to be happy is to see the fall of our enemies. A man seeing the fall of his enemies, man. Lord willing, we take part in that. Lord willing, I take part in that. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yeah, I sought him, but he cannot be found. See, this is the portion of the wicked with the Most High, man. Yet he passed away, and he was not. All right? This devil is going down inevitably. Mark the perfect man and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. Yeah, that's the elder apostles, man. All right? And those are our leaders, and we follow. We follow their example. All right? But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. He is their strength in the time of trouble. That's right. We are in the beginning times of Jacob's trouble. All right? And we're praying that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua get us the hell up out of here. Deliver us on them ships. Ayla Hana. As it says in the Hebrew tongue, come up hither. We want to hear that voice, you know. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. You see? So the scriptures is making it clear that the wicked is in rulership. All right, and they're going to be taken out of rulership. All right, so that's that. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Lord willing, you're edified. Till next one. Shalom.